Here I go, rougher than the best of them, and then I have no idea what the lyrics are. Hello and welcome back, my dear friends in chat. It is time for the next run. It is Sonic Battle, Knuckles the Story, New Game Plus. I'm a fan of New Game Plus runs, they're always really cool. And it's going to be run by Madtaz. Madtaz, take it away.
Hello everyone, as they just said, my name is Madtaz. I speedrun a lot of games. Today I'm speedrunning Sonic Battle, Knuckles Stories. Knuckles Story, not Stories. So, as you can see here, this is Emerald. He's a jumpy little dude. All I'm doing is New Game Plus. Basically what that means is I'm overpowered because I have a lot of the top skills. Also, spoilers, Chaos is in this game, but you can't really play as him during the story mode. Just trying to check my memories. So, like, as you can see, there are 3 different memory slots. I'm only going to be using memory 3 for this run, specific story. But as you can see, there are a lot of skills, a huge pool, and we'll be taking full advantage of being able to just use any and all of those. Also, that song that Dirk played during Chaos's theme was really good. You don't get to hear it much, so I like usually starting the run off with it. Anyways, though, so we're going to Knuckles' story. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to say. Well, whatever. I guess I'll just let me know when I can start the countdown, and I'll just start the countdown. And we'll go from there.
We are ready whenever you are, my friend. Just take it away whenever you feel like it.
Alright, I'll count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you for the good luck, everyone. Also, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. I'm playing in English, and usually the fastest language is Japanese, but I'm playing in English because this story is probably my favorite. Probably, I think it's the most well-written one in the Sonic series. It's a little bit hard to describe, but to quickly describe it, like, basically, there's a robot, his name is Emerald, he just kind of came out of nowhere. He's an ancient part of an ancient, like, robot from an ancient race back 5,000 years ago. And when he awakens, he needs to be linked to somebody, or else, and Sonic happens to be the person he linked with. Once Sonic made a link with him, the only people he'll talk to are people who Sonic's given permission to. So it's a really funny thing. The story is now they're trying to give Emerald more Chaos Emerald, so he'll become more intelligent and more of a robot, because at the beginning he's just silent. Right now, he's only using words he's heard, as Tails said. So he's basically just right now mimicking the words of Sonic and Tails. And later on it'll be funny because Knuckles will be imitated as well. Right now, Knuckles challenged me to fight. So this is where a very complex set of... This has a pretty complex fighting system, so I'm going to try to describe best as possible while playing. The way that this special move system works is that when you start a battle, both you and your opponent will choose 3 different special moves. Shot, POW, and Set. Shot moves are typically projectile attacks. POW moves are usually more direct physical, while set moves are just traps. The order you choose them in determines what type of special attacks would be, and the only way to change the order is by dying, where it'll let you reselect a move. The first move you select will be the ground special. The second move is your aerial special, and the last move you select ends up being the guard special. Well, what the last one means is that if your opponent uses a ground or aerial special that's the same type of attack, guard special you chose, you'll automatically guard against it. Same works in reverse. So, for example, if you're guarding against trap moves and your opponent, for God's sake, and your opponent lays down a bunch of traps, if you run into them, instead of take damage, a shield will automatically activate, negating any damage. Another important aspect of the system is the one shot gauge on the top left corner, as you saw me do using the corner, or up just now in that battle. If you fill that up, your next special move would be a one-hit KO, which is why I was one-hit KOing Knuckles every single attack. There are 4 ways to fill up the meter. First is just by getting hit. Every time you take damage, an eighth of that damage is added to the gauge. Second way is by defending an attack, whether auto-guarding or special guard or manually defending an attack. Third way is if you get launched into a wall. Press the D-pad away from the wall just at the right moment to rebound off of it, and a portion of meter will fill up. Lastly, you get meter by holding down the L button after shielding, fill meter as well as heal yourself. Every character heals at a different speed. As you saw right there in the battle, I have like insanely fast healing for both my gauge and the health, because I have basically the ultimate heal attached. Also, spoilers, Gamma's in the game too. Not the same Gamma you probably saw in the last run think he was in the last run. I forget. But whatever. The point is, Gamma is in the game, but it's not actually Gamma. It's just the parts used from Gamma. So right now, here's the thing about Knuckles' attacks. He has actually really good healing. Not as good as Emerald, but he has pretty good healing. His special attacks right now, I'm using a ground... Oh, for God's sake. So basically what the strat is, first off, I use the ground punch. And then I try to heal up, and then use a trap on him. When you're fighting enemies, when you use special moves against them, usually... Oh, are you serious? Okay, so... Sorry. So after you use a special move, usually what happens is he'll guard it... The NPCs usually guard against that special move right after you kill them with it. But sometimes he just doesn't like to do that, so you have to kind of work around it. So usually what I do is a ground special, and then launch him into a wall, and then hit him, like, do an aerial attack to hit him, just knock, spike him down. And then I'll, like, heal up with Knuckles, and then try to use a trap on him. So there's some weird things about Knuckles' punch attack. Like, Knuckles' punch attack is kind of hard to use, because harder than it looks, because there's, like, a weird inertia that happens when you punch. Like, if you're running while you use it, like, running fast, it'll, like, move forward. So if I try to dash here, like, I'll end up missing. Knuckles is just a weird character in general, for this game. He's still a good character, but, like, he has an insanely slow run speed, but a really fast dash as well. Whoops, I forgot. I messed up. Alright, whatever, it's fine. Alright. So I haven't been paying attention to the chat, by the way. I really need, like, there's a lot I had to go over right at the beginning. Right now, a lot of the battles tend to be just, like, you do 5 KOs, and then they get to their second phase, and then you do 10 KOs and kill them. I guess I could also describe the type of battle system this game has, or the types of battles there are in this game. There are 3 types of battles: KOs, stamina, and time. KOs is basically just you KO whoever gets the most KOs wins. Survival is whoever, like, survives the longest wins. So basically you just knock out KOs all the time, like knock out their stocks to win. Usually for one-on-one battles, it doesn't really make a huge difference between KOs and survival. The last is time, which is just basically, I think, get the most KOs amount of the time. But none of the battles in story mode are really like that. Interesting quality. Oh, okay, so let me just tell you guys why the quality is the way it is. So basically when I was capturing, I usually capture through Amaranth. I swear on my stream it looks better than this, but the setup I was provided didn't really let me capture direct through Amaranth, and my only options were A, capture the Amaranth window, capture the Amaranth window so I could play the sound, or I'd capture direct through GB-USB, but if I did capture through GB-USB, you guys wouldn't be able to hear the game sound. So unfortunately, the video had to take a little bit of a sacrifice for the audio. But I swear when on my stream, it usually looks better than this on streams. Yeah, quality be how it be sometimes. Sorry about that. There's nothing we could have really done about that. By the way, these are Guard Robos. They're not Gamma. They're basically mass-produced versions of Gamma that Eggman did to pay the bills. And this is actually one of the hardest sections of the run, and coming up is actually I would consider the second hardest battle in the game. Oh, for God's sake, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure it was clear, make you guys clear on what was going on. But basically, we're gonna be fighting like 3 Gamma or Guard Robos at once at one point. Right here, Knuckles is gonna yell at Gamma or Emerald. And then he's gonna cry and roar off. Oh yeah, funny thing, Stone Fist, you're gonna be hearing that a lot.
If you don't mind, I can chime in with a quick donation.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a $20 donation from Andy K with no comment, but thank you very much for the donation, because that put us $5 away from the $5,900 goal. We can make this, everyone in chat. You're all amazing.
This part is actually kind of confusing with where to go on the map and not. It took me a while to like remember which place to go. I guess another thing I could describe is like you might have seen gray, or actually I don't think you've seen it yet in this run, but you're gonna probably see it soon, where there's gonna be gray robots that look like Phi. Those are also mass-reduced versions of Emerald that Eggman made to be better versions of Emerald, because basically Eggman didn't think Emerald was useful at first, so then he made the Phi bots. Oops, I gotta actually run away. So basically, the way those work are they're just like clones of Emerald, but they will only emulate one version of Emerald, or they'll only emulate one of the character's moves, or one character's moveset. It's gonna kill me. Okay, so this is fine. Take care of one character at a time. Thinking there was something I want to say. Okay, also, I guess one other thing I could mention is during the battles, or after every battle that Emerald takes part in, you might have seen like cards. I was given some cards, battle cards. Every time you do a battle with Emerald, you get cards. And the amount of cards you get depends on, get over here. I'm basically just trying to herd them like sheep so I can attack them all at once. Amount of characters that are like not counting the gray robots like that's the amount of cards you get are based on the amount of people that you fight aside from like the gray robots. So like say like I was fighting Tails and Knuckles at the same time, I would get 2 cards for them, unless a rare card popped up, and then I would only get 1. And actually, if you get a rare card during like a multi-character battle, it can save a bunch of time. All right, I gotta actually focus a little because I could die very easily here if I'm not careful, like or lose all my stocks, I should say. Wow.
Should I do some donation reading and plugging in the
meantime? Go ahead.
Because we have had a $100 donation by the Sound Defense reading Ice Traps, Ice Traps, Ice Traps, Ice Traps.
Stone Fists. Sorry.
No worries. And that has put us $5 away, less than $5 even, from this $6,000 threshold. We can do this, chat. It's incredible how much you've all gathered throughout this time. Game said, poor robot has been punched.
Nice. Congrats, guys. Oh my god, I messed up the loadout, it's fine. So this is just usually how Emerald battles goes. I just do, like, usually I do is I start out with a Chaos Combo, and then I'll do, like, an aerial shot. I accidentally picked the aerial trap, which honestly is fine, because the moves kind of work the same for what I need, but it's just, aerial shot attack works a little better for what I need. I'll just use this a bunch of on Rouge. The aerial shot and aerial traps are both like his basic moves, so you might have noticed that I'm not actually shooting down a trap here. It doesn't matter because all it really matters is that I hit Rouge with my body hitbox.
Mind if I cut in right away again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we have now reached the $6,000. Can we get massive hype in chat? It is incredible how much you all have donated so far. $6,000 for the Trevor project. The Only Kid would be so incredibly proud of all of us. It is incredible to be part of all of this. Real Life Waifu also donates $4.92, reading 5,995 and 0.8 was unsatisfying. Here's to 6,000. And Moogle also with $5 of reading, 6k hype. Let's hype this up. Let's hype this definitely up. You're all amazing. It is incredible.
Get some jam in the chat too. There you go. See Knuckles. There he is. It's our boy. Anyone has any questions, let me know. Like, I know I was just talking a ton, but, like, I kind of lost. Or, like, I don't really have much to say after that, but, like, I'll try to do the best I can to not be silent. I will say this battle can be very annoying right here, because they tend to walk around. As fighting Rouge usually, anything with fighting Rouge usually kind of is a pain with anyone that isn't, like, Emerald, just because she likes to float. As you may have noticed, she's the only character that floats around. So, like, trying to hit her is, like, much harder, and she takes forever to come on the ground. Oh, whoops, I wanted to punch you, too. Oh, wow, you weren't shielding that. Cool.
I mean, I have a question that has been on my mind the entire time. How come Emerald has this weird color scheme with, like, the blue and orange?
So, one of the things you can unlock with skill coins are just colors. So you get 3 different you can change 3 different aspects of his color scheme. And I have slot 3, which is just like, in the color scheme I have, it just happens to be this way. I just thought it looked cool, is all. It doesn't really change anything in the game, but, I guess I should mention also, speaking of things you can customize, you might have noticed that when Emerald explodes, he tends to, just explode and hurt other people. That's because every character you can, like, use any character's stance. Like, right now, Emerald is using Gamma's stance. And most of the character's stances are just aesthetics, aside from Gamma's, and just lets you to explode upon dying. So, it's really helpful for when you're fighting enemies as Gamma, so, like, kill them easier. It's helpful when he's a partner, because it also helps kill enemies easier. And hell, when you're even fighting against Emerald, it's easy. It helps in these runs because you can shield off of the explosions, and I take heavy advantage of that. I was mentioning earlier when I started this run, I have 3 different loadouts. I only see a loadout 3, but like I have a loadout set up for each loadout I have set up for a specific circumstance. You might have noticed that Emerald's jump is not that great. I purposely made that because slot 3 is supposed to be meant to be like a partner slot where he's like usually partnering with you. Because I've noticed, like, if he was a partner with, like, I had set 1 to slot 1, I would, he would, like, juggle Rouge a lot, and that got really annoying for runs. So I have slot 1, I still have, like, a little bit more moves in a different color scheme, but I also have him, like, jump a lot higher. I usually use that for mostly just Green, Shadow, and Emerald story towards the end. And then there's slot 2, which is purposely made him really weak. So whenever you're fighting against Emerald, he'll, like, have, like, the base Emerald moveset, aside from, like, Chaos's run, which is the slowest run in the game, and he'll explode as well. So that makes battles against Emerald a lot easier and more beneficial too, because you can get meter built up a lot faster with whatever character you're using. So, 8. You donate 8 cents, wouldn't it, like, just get eaten up by, like, PayPal? Alright, so this is gonna be the hardest battle in the game. Don't blink. Alright, there you go. Poof, that was a workout.
So the edge of my seat there.
Yeah, no, I could barely contain myself. Alright, so right after, we're going to be fighting another Phibot. So another thing about the Phibots is each one's powered by an Emerald Shard, so they're like trying to kill the Phibots so they can use the Emerald Shards to rebuild the Emeralds. Because the more Emeralds Chaos gets, or Emerald gets, I know it's a tongue twister, the more intelligent and powerful he will become. Oh, that was a lot easier of a death than I thought it would be. Nice. One annoying... Oh, come on. Okay, that works. I'll take it. One annoying thing about Tails specifically, or sorry, not about Tails, about the traps, the Knuckles' traps moves, is if I don't hit him with the trap, usually what tends to happen and gets really annoying is like Emerald will tend to throw the NPC away, them fighting away, and then I have to just sit there and wait and hope that he'll come over there, or else I'll waste it. Here he comes.
How much would you say is this game reliant on RNG?
I mean, besides, like, the amount of, like, it depends how much you consider, like, enemy movement and stuff RNG. I guess there's, like, a bunch of that. But a lot of the, I'd say most of the RNG for this category specifically probably comes down to, like, how many what kind of, if you get rare cards or not during multi-hit character battles. Because if you're fighting against two people that aren't gray robots, you'll say every rare card saves 2.5 seconds. And every 3 character battle you fight with Emerald, like that's not a gray robot, it saves 7 seconds. But if you get a rare card against a 1 character battle, like where there's only one non-character, non-gray character, you'll actually lose like 1.5 seconds. I think for like move categories that don't use base Emerald, there's probably a lot of RNG reliant on like what cards you get, but I don't really worry about that, so. I mean, I guess most of the RNG is just what the enemies do or don't want to do, which can make a huge difference, honestly. So we're going back to chase after Eggman. Shoot. Alright. Right, another 5-bot. This one is Shadow. The only thing about Shadow and Shadow 5-bots is that they're very slidey. So, like, you try to punch him, and then he'll just, like, go flying off the screen. And you're just like, oh, well, I missed. I guess I'll just try to punch him again. What? That miss, or I can't tell if that missed. Or that's shielded or not. Yeah, that's shielded. Yeah, I guess another huge spot of RNG is what this characters decide to guard against, because sometimes ideally they alternate, and that's usually what happens, but there is I don't know, well, a lot of times it happens, I guess I should say. Because more often than not, I know it's been fluctuating lately. And there we go. Ran into me.
Like a huge part of the run, you would say, is also being able to improvise on the spot and just trying to react fast and creative to however the enemy reacts.
Right, exactly. I mean, that kind of comes to the territory of any fighting game. Oh my god, I keep missing. Like I was saying, this punch is a lot harder to aim at him than you would expect. Like, you basically have to try it to see what I mean. Oh, come on! Where are you? No, come over here. Get over... Why? Okay, fine. Please, thank you. Needed the wiggles. So that move right there, you saw Chaos do, is well, I mean, I did it earlier, but it's the combo attack. You only unlock them by putting a password into the lab at the end of the game. They were apparently distributed on, like, some form or something back in 2003. Or, like, guidebook or something. Oh, hey, a rare card. 1.5 seconds lost. Those are the rare cards I was talking about earlier. And there's another shard. And here comes Knuckles, seeing where Gullible is written on the floor right here.
But I have to say, I do like the art design of the game. Like, the artworks and sprite work is really well done.
Oh yeah, definitely. The artwork is just really, like, it's just so unique. Like, everything about this game feels, like, stylistically unique compared to most Sonic games. For those, I mean, this might be dating, or showing my age a little, but, like, these sprites in this game are, like, really good, and they've been, like, I don't know who's been around, like, used to read sprite comics in the early mid-2000s, but these were the sprites that people usually use when they were using Sonic, where it just all came from Sonic Battle. There's so many, like, much movement and animation in all of them. The music, too, is just really good. Like, has someone, I mean, it's hard to say it's my favorite soundtrack because, like, Sonic games just have so much good music, but if you don't play the game, you owe it to yourself to at least listen to the music. There's some real bangers in this. I mean, it goes without saying it's a Sonic game, but just take my word for it.
I do fully believe it. Like, if there is one consistent thing in Sonic games, is that regardless of how you think about the gameplay, there is always a few songs in the soundtrack that's an absolute listen to.
Yeah. By the way, these are going to be the last two battles. Time ends once the fade out before the final, before the credits. I screwed up. Oh, there we go. Okay, recovery. When you suddenly remember 8-Bit Theater. Dude, I used to read that all the time. I haven't even read the last bit of comics for that, or the last set of comics, and I probably never will. This takes me back. Oh, by the way, yeah, if no one's ever played this game, you absolutely owe yourself a try it. I will say, though, it does have a lot of weird difficulty spikes, and the more I think about it, honestly, if you do play it, and I would honestly recommend just using a cheat to get all the cards right off the bat so you can play with Powered Emerald, because, like, default Emerald kind of just sucks, and you're gonna get kind of walled really early on. So if it, like, ends up turning you off, I would recommend just locking all the cards, because you're not going to get all the cards in casual play. First of all, you're not even going to get close to it when you after beating Emerald Story, but even then, like, a lot of the it just takes forever. Like, I tried to get 100%, and after, like, 70-80% or so, it wasn't worth it, because the fastest way to get cards is through, like, virtual training, and not only is that extremely difficult, you're still not guaranteed a new card every time. Okay, I messed up. Fine. Aiming the thing can be hard sometimes. And also, I've noticed there's sometimes a bit of an input delay. Sometimes, like, jumps just won't register. Sega, if you're listening, I can't wait to see this game be put in the Sonic Origins bundle. Right? Because that's gonna happen, along with the Advanced Trilogy. That'd be cool.
That'd be really amazing. Some more things that are amazing. Mind if I cut in with a quick donation?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a $5.08 pardon me, donation from Anonymous reading For Danger Diamonds. So now we have a nice clean number, 6,015.
Yay. Good job, guys, so far on all the monies you raised for the Trevor Project. Alright, so now, oh yeah, so Knuckles got trapped by, I think he called it Hedgehog Be Gone. So then they just broke out of it. So now all we have to do is go back to Tails' lab, and that'll be pretty much the end there. So I guess I'll do my goodbyes and stuff now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the marathon. I didn't really know Only Kid that much personally either. I did talk to him a few times. Like, I think I talked to him once when he was, like, doing hosting for, I believe it was a birthday bash last year, which was a fun marathon. But he seemed like they seemed like a really chill dude. Just shame what happened, but, yeah, I'm not really good with those kind of words, so, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we were just talking, I was just saying that, misters. That this is basically the backbone of every sprite comic, like you said. But yeah, if you enjoyed playing this game or watching this game, I would recommend giving it a try. If you ever considered speedrunning this game, I'll probably be. I just recently spent all last night. I recently spent all last night like redoing the boards for the game, like speeding up, and I'm gonna be trying to fill up some of the more empty spots. So I'll be speedrunning it for a bit. I also speedrun a wide variety of other games like Smash and Story Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, and a bunch of other things. But But also, I put up a bunch of resources and stuff for people in the guide, too, if you want to run it. Also, time. Sorry, I meant to give you guys a heads up.
Absolutely fine. GG's on your run, by the way. It was really interesting to look at.
Yeah.
Like, as I mentioned, like, the sprite work, as you said, really, really awesome. I like the visuals of the game quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a fun game, too. I definitely recommend everyone try it. I would say it's, like, the best... Next to, like, the All-Stars Racing series, I would say it's their best spin-off game. It just got horribly overshadowed. Getting shadowed in the game. No, it got overshadowed because it was released like the same week Sonic Heroes did, or around this very same time. So and didn't seem to get much of advertisement because of Heroes, but you know,
it's just how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
Any last
see
words?
if it ever makes a remix. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, any last words or shoutouts you would like to get off your heart?
I mean, just shoutouts to the community. I mean, the general speedrunning community, and shoutouts to everyone who's working or supporting this marathon and was friends with the only kid, and hope you guys have a good rest of the marathon. I'm bad at ending things, so I mean, I can just cut it off whenever you're ready.
Absolutely fine. It was a joy having you with us today. And with that,
Thank you.
We are about to go into the next intermission, and we are in for a really, really nice treat, because up next will be another race. In Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited, Knuckles beat the game glitchless, which is not allowed, between the legendary Knuckles runner Cloth and a really worthy challenger, Peach. So stay tuned for that, my friends.